after a while. Not your front sword. So Tabs released on PS4 recently, and that's fun. So I then immediately decided that I'm going to get pretty much all the secret units, and found out about this fun ability called Teacher Parry. Now, I really like the ability when it works. The problem is, it's very inconsistent, and also I'm noticing that this guy's arms are getting... So yeah, this is literally just a guy with like a little sword and shield. I don't know why. Why is this guy spawning in with it backwards? Yeah, he's just... There we go. I don't know why he was always spawning in with it backwards. That's just an issue that sword and shield units have in tabs. Oh shoot, I did land that. Nice. So yeah, that's literally what this whole stream is basically going to be, is pretty much just mechanic learning. To get a better grasp of actual functionality of unit possession, because unit possession can be insane. I'm not like trying to be sweaty for online. I just, you know, liked the ability when I found the teacher character and was like, man, this would be a fun ability to actually learn how to use to like a real extent. I do realize that putting a shield on the character kind of negates some of the point of the ability, but it also adds just a little bit of defense without making health, and it makes combat a little bit more complex. Because shield bashing someone is pretty reliable. Like that. Oh, yep, there's another big shield bash. Man, it is just hitting those instant shield bashes. That's not what I was doing. What the heck happened to the unit? What's going on with the unit size there? Oh, okay. That was just weird camera. Or was it actually spawn size? No, that was actually spawn size, because now this is just ridiculously short. know there's variance, but like, shoot, this is a massive variance. I'm also noticing that I'm basically going and getting one shot. Meanwhile, his defense is, well, automatic. It's a bot. That is one thing about pretty much every defensive ability, is that it's usually better when bots actually use activated defense. Because they don't need to time everything. It's automatic. That is the timing. And you can't parry a shield bash, at least usually. There we go. That was some solid fighting. Probably would have been better to not get hit in the first place. Oh, the shield was behind me. Okay, shield bash, third shield bash. Now I'm on the floor. No way. Ah, shit. Nice. It seems like generally with this base matchup, the objective, like just using the build I have set up itself, generally the ability is actually just to parry them in a situation where you can line up a shield bash, because it's just a much more massive hitbox. Oh shit, I hit triangle. You know, maybe I should just let two bots fight out. Let's look at what two bots fighting with this looks like. Stuck behind him, and blue victory. I wonder if I'm still gonna seal blue victory, like if for some reason red's just getting his sword stuck weirdly, repeatedly. Oh, no, there we go. There's the concept that I was saying actually happening again. It's just about clearing the enemy's space to land a shield bash. Because they're 100 health, you get their complete base stats. The only special thing about them is their sword and shield, and they've got teachers. See, this is the kind of thing that I was like, that's the kind of thing that I expected to see from big parry fights. I don't get why it's almost always only happening with red, is them just falling over. Like, I know that that's just a mechanic, that's the whole thing about the game being pretty much entirely physics. I'm gonna imagine there's some kind of hidden balance stat that correlates to unit weight, but I'm not gonna pretend to actually know what it is or how it works. But that was an insane, like, pretty much swords only fight. Shield bash him while he was getting up. Seems like the backswing's a little bit more reliable, and yeah, shield bashing while getting up, even the bot couldn't land it well. It's just not a good idea. shield bashing someone on the floor apparently can land. Again, not gonna pretend to actually know what the heck that is, or how that ended up even landing. Seems like basically, if I want a strike to land, I have to go for a time where I feel like it wouldn't. Although at the same time... Have I literally just been losing because the way to beat this build is I have 2 weapons, just hit both? Oh, well, you know, unpossessing the unit is the strategy really just swing both weapons slightly after each other? And I really want to know if this will just... Yeah, this really seems to be a lot about shield timing. And not immediately falling over. Although I've noticed that it can actually help instead of hurt. Like, the fact that you can't attack from below, definitely a problem, but... Well, you can't attack while actually falling over. But it can help if you're... Ah, shit. If you hit a rising shield bash the right way, like right after waking up, then it is like one of the most successful attacks I've seen when it comes to consistency. When it swings a shield bash into somebody by just flicking your body into the position where the shield would hit instead. It's like, what is anyone supposed to do about that? I don't know if this specific issue with falling over is a symptom of teacher's parry, or if it's the other way around. It's because I swung near an enemy when they used it, even though it didn't actually hit. Seems like I apparently won that because of the shield bash. Because that sword did not hit that. That was a shield bash, randomly swinging and hitting his arm. I've tried it with, like, two-handed swords and just one-handed swords, and it feels like it's just kind of enjoyable. With, like, just running the teacher itself, it works, but it's kind of enjoyable to run it without the regular teacher unit. Or to try it with different types of builds, like, I did it with a... what's it called? Oh, you actually have to maintain touch in order to swing on this weapon? Oh. Wow, that was a very different fight. Although this is also a longer weapon. Yeah, I basically just won because the physics biased that for me. He had his weapon stuck behind him. Seems like I'm very consistently winning this, though. Oh, this one is a lot simpler. It's just don't get hit the first time. There is no shield in the way or anything like that. It's just big weapon, avoid taking the first hit. Let's look at the bots actually fight like this. Like, they're gonna... Okay, they maintain the range to just stay out, and then... yeah, and then one gets hit. Let's see if they actually start doing some combos. I can't behind me. Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, he swung and missed. He swung and missed. Yeah, they're just maintaining a range where they're usually not hitting each other, but when they finally do... oh, there was a hit that wasn't... I do get that. Like, the way that they showed off the unit originally was by having him face off against multiple squires, because he's supposed to basically just... well, that very much didn't show it off. He's basically just supposed to take advantage of units trying to rush him down by moving away from them and then swinging. That's another thing I'm noticing. It seems like the teacher's parry resets your attack. Did I just beat them all with one slap? Okay. That was simultaneously extremely cool, yet kind of boring. I believe this guy doesn't actually have that good of health, which would make sense with him one-shotting himself. It could also be some of the inconsistencies with Teacher's Parry might be it's literally, like, its hitbox and its design might be made for the weapon. And so, a weapon of similar size would probably work pretty well. Meanwhile, something like the training sword that I've got on my guy for parry training, probably not the best, but at the same time, I've got a shield. Hit him in the hand. Oh. Oh, shoot, there we go. Okay, so yeah, let's actually watch a bot fight of this. So I kind of want to see how the... Okay, well, he just gets one-tapped. go again with a shield bash. So yeah, honestly, it seems like the shield bash is pretty solid. Let's try parry training versus the square versus a square first. Well, you know what? It doesn't work if I need to freedom my sword immediately. Or if I fall over. Note, the squire can consistently hit people on the floor. Okay, so one squire is a simple shield bashing. Let's immediately up it to 3 squires. 3 squires is not as simple as shield bashing because 1 square isn't really that simple. I just got really lucky apparently. Oh my god, that spin looked nice. Okay. Honestly, let's check out some other weapons mixed with parrying. I've got a bunch of custom units that I might use for something. Who knows what that tab's for? Hey, it's the name of the game. But yeah, let's work on. Oh wait, yeah, discard. Let's go to the fucking. Wow, that's English. Parry training, edit. Change out this guy's weapons. We're not actually going to delete this guy, we're just going to call him Parry Training 2. And I was looking originally for a polearm that I thought would be nice for this, and all I could really find was this. Because I was looking for it, like, when I was making this guy, I wanted to see, like, what would polearm parrying look like. I also kind of want to try it with nunchucks. Like, I could do it with a staff. Staff would be interesting, maybe. Especially if I actually gave him some of the other abilities, but I don't know how use abilities stack. The heck is... Oh. Oh. Okay, that might be one to look into in the future. That seems fun. Pike does not sound useful. Cavalry spear, also probably not the best in this situation. King's sword would be interesting, but I'd probably want it on a bigger unit in the first place. Double sword, maybe. But I'm looking for polearms here. That's not a... Oh, actually, no, that is a polearm. Poleaxe. Oh, it might be. I can't exactly make out the length of it. A mop is a mop. I mean, technically a mop is a polearm. Vlad's spear is definitely not a viable polearm for this, but it is definitely a polearm. I'm looking for more of a slashing polearm. That's why I was thinking that that thing up there was probably the most functional for this purpose. I mean, I could go with the musket bayonet. That's a polearm, or the halberd. The halberd was one of my original ideas, but I felt like the way that they default carry it just isn't what I'm looking for. Raptor Rider Spear. Probably not. Same with the ore. The ore and the Jarl axe, like, they're both held straight up, which is why I originally was not interested in using the halberd. But honestly, I mean, this was just a sizing roll. That's why it's so short. Oh, he also ran into a unit that literally knocks him on the floor immediately. Ah, 2 archers. That's great against a 100 health unit to test them. At least a balloon archer. I don't think he can survive, but... Oh, no, he did. Now his halberd's stuck behind him. Okay, can we see it without an archer? Oh, we got a harpooner instead, because apparently a halberd means you're worth 100 points more. He has no strong stats, he just has the ability to parry. And that makes him worth so much more for no good reason. It is a good ability, it's just kind of obnoxious. And unreliable, it seems like. Save his name. I probably should, like, you know, take a new photo and everything, but I'll figure him out. Let's actually go in and make a 3rd, 4th one. Yeah. You know what, we'll make 5, because 1, I want to test that funny weapon, which will actually just name it 5 right away, even though it's out of order. Or was it? It's like the Karuma bow or something like that. That's a fun looking weapon. We'll just save as new. Now anybody who looks at my unit list is just going to have a problem with my organization of the Parry training units. They're also going to be confused on why I'm training a randomly specific ability in tabs that's only good if your enemy doesn't have range and actually takes timing if you're controlling them. Oh no, wait, there's one person watching. This is probably Ray or Quinn. Or someone sleepless, I guess. They could just be someone sleepless. What's this guy using? Oh, this is gonna be a dual wielder. Let's give him 2 short swords. Short sword or squire sword. I feel like maybe short sword might be better. Short sword. Honestly, maybe squire sword is better for this situation. Yeah, we'll go for short sword. Should be 3. Watch, it's not even 3. I just double saved 5 or something. Alright, so that was the dual wielder. We got the basic, which is the short sword and shield. We got 2, which is the halberd. And so then this one would be a great sword or axe, which... Actually, you know what? Let's make it a pokepole arm. We'll give him a spear. We'll give him the, like, Sarissa. Should I make it 1 hand or 2? I should make it 2 hand. That's the way that a Sarissa is supposed to be held, I think. What is the spear that hoplites hold even? Is it the short spear? Oh, yeah, it is. Why is it labeled as a ranged weapon? Does Does it have a ranged ability? No. Why is this labeled as a ranged one? Also, why is a vampire 220? Yeah, honestly, I feel like maybe if he could hold it right, it might be... There we go. Okay. So it is possible for him to hold it. Maybe short spear is actually better dual-wielded for this, and we'll call this Parry Training 4. So yeah. I am apparently just going to look like the sweatiest tabs player of all time. Doesn't love being sweaty at a casual game of building obnoxious armies. One unfortunate thing about PS4 tabs, I'm not sure if this is true on Xbox as well, but, you know, Xbox kind of gets to cheat everything when it comes to this kind of stuff, because if something releases on PC, they can port it to Xbox themselves. That's also why with tabs, the only crossplay that exists is Microsoft Store to Xbox. If you play through a Microsoft Store copy of the game, I forgot to say that. If you play through a Microsoft Store copy of the game, you can play with Xbox players. But if you play on Steam, you can't play with Epic Games or Microsoft Store. If you play on Epic Games, you can't play with Steam or Microsoft Store, or any of the consoles for any of them. It's just that. And it's kind of obnoxious. I don't get it. So yeah, I've got some potentially wild plans for what to do with these units. For some things. And I don't mean repair units, I just mean in general. I've got some wild potential plans. I kind of wish with the fact that they have now committed to a full-blown console version. I feel like they should... Okay. Note, it is a lot easier to hit an enemy who has fallen over when your attack is just a straight drop down. I feel like they should commit to the unit creator a little bit more. With the fact that the unit creator gives you 3 different unit models, in which they're all the basic human shape model. It's just, you know, your regular guy, your skeleton, which is the same size as the regular guy, they just basically have a different death animation, and the halfling, which is just a human but short, or a warlord but short. I'm not sure if the different models have special things built into them, because like the skeleton units have Stiffy Fear, but Stiffy Fear is an ability that you have to equip if you actually want it. If you make a unit that uses the Stiffy model, it doesn't automatically have Stiffy Fear. Okay, it seems like Halberd, just basically the objective is to stay second. Like, I tried to, like, overly preempt that, but... Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm just learning how Halberd in this game works right here. Oh, no, that's death on my part. That is probably a good thing about the Parry. Whoa, that was a nice one. Let's swap one of these guys out for Unit 3. Unit 3 is the dual wielder, so he wants to see it nice and let's face off against the Mediocre. But, like, they have, like, the, wow, hit him in the shin. They have the tank in the game still. I'm not expecting them to actually make the tank an available unit model. Or a weapon, for that matter. I feel like they should make the artillery pieces a weapon. After all, like, they have a quote-unquote rider who is the base character of it. I think on a lot of the artillery pieces as well, if you kill the unit that's attached to it, it kills the artillery piece. I know that with the tank it's not true, because the tank is basically its own unit in its entirety, unlike the Viking longship. Because the Viking longship is just an object, sort of like how the artillery pieces are. They're basically just a weapon. Wow. Okay, so you can't actually guard against them. Oh, it's the range difference. Also, wow, that's some crushing force. Okay. So it does actually. It does have a range element to move. That I'm not sure if it's based on your weapon. Because I noticed while I was looking at him, I think you actually just straight up have to, like, actually look at the guy. I want to get a chance to getting close and then try to come back. Oh, there we go. That wasn't exactly a good comeback, that was basically physics getting me to come back. Whoa, there. Never mind. Never mind, he hit me before I got back up. There we go. That's a good pullback. I can swap to a different... Actually, yeah, I'll do dual versus dual. But yeah, the artillery pieces should be... What the heck happened to my backwards movement? That's a bug that I think... I'm not sure if that's something on PC right now, but that's a bug I've noticed on PS4, is sometimes your backwards movement just gets demolished for no reason. And it makes it so that if you're trying to do something like this, where you're trying to have a specific timing on your engagement, it makes it feel really awkward. There's no setting that I have that makes these guys on, like, always run forward. But they seem to be on always run forward, which is something that, according to the wiki, only the tank has. Even though, you know, things like jousters and wheelbarrows, you can't stop. Four guy. Let's try it out. Oh, solid. Solid short spear. Like, I already know in general the short spear was a solid weapon. Just by the fact that it's a short spear. Wow, that was not good. Oh, on the ground, but pull back. Ah, damn. That was a nice one, though. That was a pretty solid fight. Him swing first. He parried from the ground. And then that stuck. Okay, well, weapon carrying is still an issue. I'd like to hold my weapon the right way. Yeah, it seems like with the spear, it's not really a parry as much as it's a dodge, because the way that the spear's held, it can't really swing it in a way to parry weapons like this. Maybe in a different matchup, it might actually be a worthwhile parry, but it is not.
However, it still can hit some weird angles because it's the short spear. But yeah. You know, I was making a point, and oh my goodness. This weapon is weird and slidey. I was not expecting the attack to actually just physically pull your character. That might just be an attribute of the That does make parrying a bit interesting to try because of the third person cam. There is switching to first person. That was a kind of sick fight. Seems to be another thing where parry seems almost useful. It's just backwards dodge, except for you randomly seem to fall over a lot more than a normal unit would. I'm not sure. That might have to do with unit weight, even though, like, I get with this weapon that it would make sense, but with the, like, sword and shield that I was running with the first gun, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with unit Jeez, I go for a swing and I end up getting hit before it actually lands. I mean, that was just way too early. Yeah, even when you do parry, like, with timing that would be good for a parry, it doesn't actually parry it. You just dodge backwards. Yeah, I don't think I did spear versus spear, so let's try that one out. I wonder if spear versus spear is just going to be... No, you can actually parry in a spear fight. The issue is, when it gets that close, if you're not a bot, then, well, there's no animation for you to base it off of, so... Okay, that was a mercy killing. Yeah, you know, in general, it seems like... Okay, yeah, in general, you have to push past with the short spear. Oh, jeez, now I'm the one animation locked. Oh, we're both animation locked. We're not animation locked, but we were both stuck holding it the wrong way. Okay. So yeah, I'm honestly surprised with the unit creator that they didn't do more with it. Like, we've got all the different animals in the game, like raptors and stuff. They're not available units. But at the same time, you're able to create, like, absolutely ridiculous things. Like, actually, you know what? I can back into... Let me just go straight back into it to show some of the weird stuff. Because with most ranged weapons, I say most because there are some weapons that are labeled ranged that aren't ranged weapons, and I think the game bugged out, so that's great. Okay, never mind, we're back. Cool. With most ranged weapons, there's a thing that you can do where you can change their weapon type, or not their weapon type, you can change their projectile type. And so, if I get, like, not a squire, what's a unit that can take some damage? Knights? Knights can take some damage. Let's get, like, 2 knights facing off against each other. And then I'm going to put a... Where's my World War II thing? I'm gonna put a medic in... Let's see, one of the last ones, or... Where the hell's medic? There's the medic. So, if I put a medic down... Now, the way the medic works, even though you can't tell by looking at it, he's a potion seller. It just turns out that the way that the potion seller's animation works is or not like his animation, but the way that his actual attack works is what's held in his hand is the projectile. I don't know if that means that if someone hits his hand, then it immediately goes off. I think it might still need to leave his hand. But basically, that makes it so that now this guy just throws healing at allied units. I forget if I have him set to be a ranged character. I think I want him set up to move like a melee character so that he's running towards who he's healing, rather than doing weird magic, because that's the only type of healing in the game is weird magic. So, that's already just one case of it. Other than that, because it's, you know, a World War II themed thing, I had to create a difference between, well, what's a sniper and what's a rifleman. So, if I put them next to each other, that's a machine gunner. If I put the guys next to each other, and I look at them, they're the exact same guy. Exact same. Well, I mean... Rifleman's a little bit shorter, but you could attribute that to the ground. I didn't bother changing any of the visual things because you can't change... Well, you can change the color of weapons, but it's not like I could put a scope on the sniper or something. So, what the actual difference is... actually, you know what, I should... Oh, that was the wrong guy. Sniper... These guys, I'll go in slow motion. Just remember the sniper is the lower one. And just look at their guns when they fire. First off, the sniper has a slightly lower speed stat. And you'll know this guy's bullets are doing this, and he's shooting quite a bit faster, because meanwhile this guy is firing the much larger bullet. Because the way that I actually made them different is that the regular rifleman fires the generic bullet that's equipped to the Garand, which I believe is the Garand bullet. There's some weapons that fire weird things like, I think it was the Thompson fires an AK bullet or something like that. Meanwhile, the sniper is actually firing a Barrett bullet, even though he's using the same weapon. But you can also do that to create even weirder things. Because this game has flamethrowers in it, and I was very upset that there's no actual projectile to use them. So instead, the only projectile that there is that's fire-related, I forget if it belongs to Spooky or not. It might be the Candlehead's ability. It's not the Candlehead's ability, but that basically explains to you what I was thinking. If I go back here and I go for the, not the heavy machine gunner, but the regular machine gunner, put him down, and I find my flamethrower, put him down. Well, no, they're carrying the same weapon. That's a bar. That's a bar. It's just gray, and he's got a backpack, and his armor's clipping into his shirt because I didn't feel like fixing that. But if I hit play, you know, the machine gunner and very different units. They also got demolished by some guys, but hey, that just means that they're a little bit more accurate to their costs than I thought they would be. Which is funny, because I think just a few riflemen actually should be able to handle the... No, maybe not. Capacity, but... Oh yeah, that was one of my points. Just remember. Well, they did deal with that. Was that there's even though there's no crossplay when it comes to the actual multiplayer, I feel like they should try to find a way to make it so that units and creations have a level of crossplay, because they should make it so that it has an upload code or something like that, to where if you want to download or import a bunch of stuff, then it's like there's this thing on the server that uses this code, and it just, you put in the code and it does all that. I'm no crazy tech guy, but you know, there's plenty of things that have had that before, and it's nothing special. Yeah, let's honestly get like a nice 5 riflemen, heavy machine gunner. Where should I station this heavy machine gunner? He needs a nice place to be. Just get him like right over here. Yeah, that'll be his, that actually no, he'll go back here. That'll be his nest. A medic. Officer. It's SMGs. SMGs will be on a far flank, like 5 units with their own officer as well. And then they will also get their sniper. The only difference, basically, there's one other difference between the sniper and the rifleman, and it's kind of buggy because that's just how TAPS is that the rifleman's targeting, like, method, or their movement type, is they move like a melee unit. For some reason, with ranged weapons, this seems to awkwardly bug out to where they keep trying to instead move towards the edge of their radius, which I feel like actually makes them act more like a ranged unit should than a melee unit does. But that's kind of the point of the officer's existence currently. I'll probably change a few things. And you know what? Let's literally, for no good reason, let's have them fight some... let's commit some more crimes. Alright, large amount of farmers. Get some wheelbarrows. You know, the farmers' blitzkrieg is prepared. The hay baler's ready to tank some shots. It's not gonna look great for them. We've got some potion makers, potion sellers ready to go, as well as some harvesters and a scarecrow. I will note that these guys are probably not ready for the US military. Oh, I forgot about the fact that this guy's just walking around. Oh, there goes the... Oh yeah, I forgot the officers can do that. They have, I think it's Blackbeard that gets that. The cannonball strike, because I felt like rockets didn't make sense given the time period. And so I used the cannonballs basically just in place of artillery, because they've got a smaller AoE. And I feel like they just a little better thematically, as much as it's not a lot better, but it's better. We actually have some down? No, they've just fallen over. They weren't even hit by the potion, they just fell over. Shot that. This M2 gets into position and... well, it's in position. I mean, it's already... oh, it's already in position. Because they just got dealt with that quick. We actually have American casualties. We had American casualties. They lost an officer. That's 2 SMGs. 3 SMGs. They still maintained these 2, and this officer's a little bit drunk. Medic is back here. And yeah, no, we kept the 5 riflemen and the LMG that basically hit in the back the whole time. Honestly, I want to see just how powerful this LMG is, so... I know I did just delete him, so that kind of defeats most of the point, but... I'm trying to be sort of lazy, even though it's probably longer to do anyways. Jeez. Also, he's the only unit that costs anywhere near that much in this whole faction. Alright, here we go. This wheelbarrow is basically ready to die. Shooting, so... oh, machine gun stopped firing. Yep, he's detached. Okay, so when in a position like that, he can't exactly defend. Puts himself straight back in that. It's not very good. Oh. But now he's in a position that actually can't defend. It's not a great one. And he doesn't know where it is. That they added proper full auto to some of these weapons. Oh shit. So yeah, as it turns out, one of them is not actually effective right now. So let's try 4.
supposedly still in the peasants' favor. Supposedly, I think. Did they get one? They did. This guy's dead. No, I accidentally spun that guy around, but I feel like I'm also missing one because this is the medic who died. Wait, no, he's got. I know. Wow, the peasants are actually going to win another battle. Looks like the medic just ditched. I'm not actually seeing them. Oh wait, no. No, okay, that's a helmet. I think the medic's got a beret. No, I think the medic's got a helmet. Medic doesn't have ammo belt on. Yeah, this guy's caught in a weird corner. He might get the... No, he's not even gonna get the lucky shot off there because he's trying to predict their movement speed, I think. Or he's trying to turn the harvesters. Yeah, it doesn't really work that well on this map. Let's go to simulation. Let's see castle with archer towers. I wish I had a VIP unit sort of set up whose basically whole behavior is just run away. But I don't. Alright, back to committing some war crimes. We'll just use harvesters because they are not the weakest, but not the strongest. In fact, we'll set up harvesters, 15 of them on one side, 15 harvesters, and 15... I forget if they're called balers or hay balers or what. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're called hay balers. So yeah, we got the guys that wear basically supposed to be armor, except for it actually supposedly works. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, get back up here. The gun doesn't point down. That's a bit of an issue. The gun don't point down. Okay, well, now it's just a straight line, so shouldn't be that hard. Machine gun than I thought that they would. To be fair, I'm also in control of it, so that limits its rate of fire. Yeah, no. There are a lot of things here. For just farmers? Let's look at some other units in here. So I feel like the officer, even though he's cheaper, actually can, sheerly because of his artillery strike. Oh, never mind. Now the one up top might be able to clutch it, but okay. They did get their second artillery strike. Is the guy up top actually going to win this fight? He's not. He lost against a single man with a stick. That was actually closer, even though they're cheaper units. Flamethrower might actually be... Actually, you know what? One that I want to see. The rocket is surprisingly cheap when you think about rocket launchers' performance in games for direct strength. But it's honestly just that the... needs to run if he wants to live. Wait, blue victory. He's also dead, but it worked. So then, with player control, the Rockets are the only one that seems to have been able to win, with 2 versus this. Just because, in all honesty, the bar itself might be able to pull it off, but the flame move is pretty potent. Yeah, blue won even though they both killed themselves. I mean, I guess one of them managed to survive. Now I think about it, is that just the bard behavior? I've got to look at this really quick, because that's something that... There's something weird about the bard that a lot of... Why can't I find Mediocre for some reason? I feel like it's supposed to... I feel like when I look at the time eras, you see tribal and then farmer. I feel like you expect ancient and then Viking, and then medieval and dynasty to be near each other, but not medieval's all the way up here. Because there's something about the bard that a lot of people say doesn't make sense, because the bard's supposed to lead enemies around and he walks off edges, but he has a unique behavior where he walks in a circle, because his whole job is just to lure enemies. That's all he does. When he starts leading someone, he starts walking in a big circle. Which would be a lot easier to display on a map that isn't this one. You can see him start to turn. He does not understand what walls are, but yeah. And this is a special behavior unique to the bard, but it sort of, definitely by no means exactly, but it sort of mimics the behavior of a human. It's just a very different But that's enough tabs for today. I'll probably be back with more, and there'll eventually be a video on another channel that will, for the most part, seem unrelated until eventually. So yeah.